Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to celebrate the birth of our nation, pre-birth. To honor the spirit that ignited a revolution forever changed the course of history. July 4th. I know it's July 3rd, but it's July 4th tomorrow. A date etched in the soul of every American resonates with the triumph of echoes of liberty and independence. It reminds us of the bravery and sacrifice that paved the path for our freedom. On this day, we stand united, recognizing the blessings we've inherited through our white privilege and responsibility we bear. Let the fireworks ignite our spirits as we shoot bottle rockets at each other and flags wave with pride, and the collective voice of this great nation proclaim, Happy 4th of July. God bless America. This is the Dore Show.
Welcome to the revolution.
Oh, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Let me just pull up my chats. Oh, I hope that speech you really got it in your heart and in your mind and in your soul. Willie, how we doing today? How we feeling? Let me just drop a like if you're watching on YouTube. Drop a like if you're watching on Rumble. They work exactly the same, and it helps me out all the same. I'm going to go play some golf tomorrow and grill up some ribs when I get home. Yes, sir. Come on. I need some of those ribs in my life, Wilson. Holler at your boy for the ribs. Let me just pull this up. Doom. Man, those speeches sometimes get me all fired up. I don't know about you guys. What's up, Valerie? What's up, Wilson? What's up, Willie? Oh, man, we got so much to have fun with, so much to get into. Let's just start out right out of the gate. Dore alert. Anastasio Cortez. The man, the myth, the legend that it... what is wrong with my chat? What is going... Sorry. There we go. Goodness gracious. Oh. Says it's profoundly disrespectful for Clarence Thomas to say blacks aren't victims. Don't you love when people tell you who you are? I'm not a victim. I think everything's fine. I actually had a good life growing up. My family was together. No. Absolutely not. Not you. You're too stupid to think otherwise. You need my help to think rightly. Let me help you in this moment. You're actually... Willie with the super chat for $2. Happy 4th. Thank you so much, Willie. Appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you supporting the show and supporting the dream that is this show in so many ways. Let me pull up Rumble as well. Get the Rumble chat out. Shout out to Rumble chat. I think... yeah, there it is. Oh, sweet. Sweet Rumble chat. All right. Let's hear some of this deep knowledge from our deep love of AOC.
I'm going to talk more broadly about the court in a minute, but first I want to ask about another decision this past week, striking down affirmative action programs. The two black justices on the court, Justice Clarence Thomas and Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, had a really blistering debate that we don't usually see in decisions. Here is part of what Justice Thomas wrote. He said, quote, Justice Jackson uses her broad observations about statistical relationships between race and select measures of health, wealth, and well-being to label all blacks as victims. Her desire to do so is unfathomable to me.
Hey, to the good life, yes.
Individual achievement and cancerous to young minds seeking to push through barriers.
Why can't she just sit there and be pretty?
For everything, good or bad,
I don't know.
That happens in their lives. What is your response to that?
Here we go.
I mean, what Justice Clarence Thomas wrote there, I believe, is profoundly disrespectful. I just think it was profoundly disrespectful to his colleague. It includes sweeping assumptions about her worldview.
Wow.
Whereas when you
Or
look
his.
at what the response was from Justice Ketanji Brown, we saw that her dissent was grounded in fact. It was grounded in the facts of the case. It did not disparage Clarence Thomas's overall worldview, but as a matter of fact,
his wrong worldview.
Critique of his analysis of the facts of the case. But for him to come out and insinuate that her opinion is due to some sort of inferior or less than, less than.
Use your words. You got it, girl.
Really thought out of a stance, I think it's profoundly insulting. And
I find this profoundly insulting to listen to by wasting your time. I like this little picture that Daily Wire chose. It's like straight out of some kind of like UFO show or something. Just like, Johnny, I'm looking at those satellite images and they aren't really picking up what I'm thinking we're picking up. I think they're coming for us. And you're just like, Sally, I don't think that's even a thing. I think you're making it up. It's typical a white male doesn't believe me in this moment. I'm serious. Aliens are on their way and we're going to all die. What is this look? It's profoundly disrespectful. AOC is always funny. She is a living, standing, breathing, beautifully strong woman. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. There it goes. She just lost it with every word that spewed out of her mouth. She becomes less attractive. She's into redheads, so she's not into you. I apologize. Guys, really exciting news, though. Guys, the most exciting news I saw of the weekend. Actor Michael Imperioli. It's Imperioli. Forbids bigots and homophobes to watch The Sopranos, Goodfellas in reaction to the Supreme Court ruling. I forbid you to look at thy way and see the Supreme Court's ruling. It's me, forget about it. I don't like the way the Supreme Courts are being run at the moment, okay? I don't want no homophobes watching my stuff. Right after he drops like a huge F-bomb. How do they know that I'm not a ginger? That's a good question. You can identify as one if you want. Michael Imperioli declared that bigots and homophobes are forbidden from watching Sopranos and movies he starred in after the reaction of the Supreme Court ruling. I love all these people that don't actually own jobs. They're just like work at jobs. Like I saw some guy at a hospital take a picture of himself in in scrubs and said, "I'm not going to treat any maggots today," or MAGA people. And I'm like, you don't own the hospital, bro. You don't get to make that decision. His show's a clown. Good thing I identify as a lesbian. I love the ladies. Hey, good for you, Wilson. Shout out to Wilson finally coming out of the closet. It's nice to see that the people that watch this highbrow show are enlightened like Wilson. It's good to see that you're becoming a better man every day. They're all super homophobic in The Sopranos, aren't they? I just assume so. Supreme Court protects web designer who won't do gay wedding websites. Ugh. Unreal. Devastating. No, let your flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. Go for it. If you want to put that out there, you put that out there. It's just so ridiculous. Like I always said, if there was a bar that was ever like, "Hey, we don't serve gingers," I would just not go there. You might want to go back to the closet and getting crazy out here. Yeah, Wilson, if you don't mind getting back in the closet anytime soon, that would be really nice. Because we're all about change here. Also, in the same light, in the same stuff or whatever, they're for sale. Avengers actor Mark Ruffalo says, "You don't want to see me when I'm angry." He's also mad about the right-wing ideological institution, aka SCOTUS, demanding its legislative branches act in control. Okay, so we understand that the Supreme Court has become a right-wing ideological political institution under Alito, Thomas, Gorsuch, Barrett, and Kavanaugh and Roberts. They're for sale and illegitimate. And I get my news from Mark Ruffalo, and I think he is beautiful and brave. I don't know if you've seen the Hulk series. The work he does tells me he knows about the law. They're all for sale, illegitimate. Now they have to beat them in executive branch and organize the vote. They're taking us backward. Yes, forward is through the path of power. Only power will we be able to finally reign above the other dissenting voices. There can only be one voice. When we're on the same page, then we'll finally have freedom. When we're all thinking rightly, we will finally be the power that we've dreamt of being. And then we can get rid of the American flag and finally fly the freak flag. Organize the vote. They're taking us backwards. We have already left them behind. Now we keep building people's power. Yes. See, I haven't even read this part yet. Now we keep building people's power. We have the power. We have the people. We are far more mighty. Hold on tight and keep organizing. Drown out the noise. Keep pushing forward. The only way is freedom is forward. And power. Oh, God. Nothing says I need to listen to this man like, a childlike symptom of, when you get me angry, I turn into a big green monster and I beat people up. So don't tell me what to think and how to feel. Not all actors are like this, I promise. We must make sure celebrities hear from every working American, not just the indoctrinated haters of education system affected. We will express... Oh, God. Oh, sorry, my chat wasn't loading. I was wondering. Mark Ruffalo, the original She-Hulk. Louis Ferrigno was better. Mark Ruffalo sucks. What's his name was way better. The guy was in that white supremacist movie. I'm blanking. In Fight Club. God, I'm blanking on his name. When he gets angry, he pees himself. No one wants to see that. Can we all appreciate the few minutes in government lately? Few wins in government lately? Yes. Yeah, imagine people being mad about freedom. It just makes no sense. What's up, Fine and Fix It? Edward Norton, thank you. God. Way better Hulk.
You're not going to like when I'm angry, Supreme Court. I'm going to get bigger than you've ever imagined.
Why is Mark Ruffalo libtardic all the time? Once you go full libtardic, you have to stay that way. Once you decide,
you know what? The people look to me for hot takes, and I'm going to raise my voice anytime a conservative gets a win. Just to show the people that I'm for the people in my multi-million-dollar mansion. Do you feel my love being shot at you from all directions? Get used to it, people. Speaking of Supreme Court, I think one of the funniest clips of all the weekend was this clip right here. Here goes Shay Alert. This clip right here. Oh, Joy Reid. You're damn right. I totally agree with this.
Well, let me just be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action.
Girl, we know. We know. No one has ever said you're a genius or smart or know how to follow the rule. I don't know. I just can't even. Sometimes the tip of the tongue and the back of the lungs, it just doesn't come out on this show, and I apologize for that. But I love that story so much.
Well, let me just be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action. I went to a school no one had ever heard of in Denver, Colorado, in a small suburb. I didn't go to Exeter or Andover. I didn't have college test prep. I just happened to be really nerdy and smart and have really good grades and good SAT scores. But someone...
So, what's the problem?
Came to Denver, Colorado.
I was just really smart. I had really good grades, really good SAT scores, and there was no way I could get into Harvard. None whatsoever. Shut up.
To look for me.
How oblivious she is proud of that. Yeah, I know. What a weird thing to be proud of, too. Like, without some stupid program, there's no way I would have ever gotten in. And then she goes on to say that she had really good grades. Maybe you didn't. Maybe your grades weren't that good, and you're just saying this. I wish somebody was fact checking in real time, like showing her report cards from
from 5th grade. Joy Reid got a D- in social studies. Guess you weren't too smart, were you, Joy?
Harvard recruiter flew to Denver, and I met up with her at the Village Inn restaurant and did a pre-interview to get to pull me into Harvard. I was pulled in, and the schools like Harvard and Yale that I got into affirmatively.
So you didn't even, I didn't even have to apply. They pulled me.
Yes. And it was literally not saying we're going to take an unqualified person and put them in Harvard. Yes. We're going to take a very qualified person who we would never know existed and put them in Harvard. That's how I got there. That's how Ketanji got there. That's how.
Right. Because you just have to go to Harvard. Everyone must go to the most elite school there is. And if you don't go to that school, it's because of white supremacy. It's because of racism. And that's why I didn't go to Harvard. They were like, we don't support your kind here. I was like, my kind? What do you mean? They're like, you know what we freaking mean. We don't like what you're bringing to the table. And it's because my grade point average was like a little over 3. Wasn't the best. I wasn't the smartest. She's on the first name basis with Justice Jackson. Of course she is. Of course they all are. They all have their little WhatsApp messages, and they're all like WhatsApp groups or Discords, and they all get together and then they all chat and they just like,
okay, so what are we saying today? Oh yeah, we're saying this ruling is incredibly racist and that even some of the smart people who are doing well or well off are purely because of affirmative action, not because of their own doings or whatever. Guys, breaking news. Planned Parenthood claims virginity is a social construct. That's right, virgins. You can identify with whatever you want now. Oh, so good to see. Virginity is a social construct. Shout out to everyone in my chat who's a virgin. You no longer have to identify as that if you don't want to. Everything's a social construct these days, and if you can be whatever you want, whenever you want, whenever you want. These words are meaningless. Words are fun. You can just say things. We go from Supreme Court justice to virginity is a social construct, and I think you need to deal with it. We want to know we have pedos and Jackson. Okay. I can't wait to find this and take a picture in front of this, and finally I can tell my mom that I'm not what I am, and I could just be whatever. Guys, also breaking news, Derek O'Shea alert. Hunter Biden reportedly talks about possibly being blackmailed after dealer stole laptop with videos of him doing crazy effing sex. Newly surfaced video allegedly shows the president's son speeding 172 miles an hour, flashing crack pipe while driving. In your face, Donald Trump Jr., where you at on that? Like, freaking A. Now that's a president's son. 172 miles an hour? What? That is so fast. He worked on it. There's no such thing as identify as device reality. Yeah, exactly. 170. This guy's putting in work, dude. If you're driving 172 miles an hour and you're not dying immediately, you are safe and secure as a driver. He's probably one of those drivers that's like, guys, I drive better when I'm drunk. No, I swear to God, I'm a better driver when I'm drunk. I'm not even kidding. Oh, guys, you guys are so obsessed with his drugs and not his business dealings or how he got rich or how his family has like 100 LLCs. It's totally natural to have 1,000 LLCs whenever you do businesses. Because then it's just hard to trace. It's beautiful to see. And always deal in cash. Always report the amount of money you take in, but never report, the fun reporting is how much money you spend. He really wants to be arrested. I think, you know what I mean? Like, this is why I don't believe in white privilege. I believe in, like, power privilege or rich privilege. The amount of stuff that he's on film doing, and it's just like, have you gone to jail? Nah, no need to. I'm a Biden, baby. I can do whatever I want. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. It's me. I'm driving 172 miles with a crack pipe. Haven't you done this before? This is what the real homies do. I drive slower than when I'm drunk. Yeah, because you don't want to get caught where he is like
Catch me if you can, because I'm the gingerbread man. Guys, really depressing and sad news coming out of South Carolina. Lindsey Graham. God. Lindsey Graham pleads with crowd to stop booing him at Trump rally. Just calm down for a second. What a sucker. I freaking hate this guy. As a South Carolinian native, that's good to see. Let's hear it.
Welcome to Pickens County. A little bit about this county. Just calm down for a second. I think you'll like this. Pickens County has more Medal of Honor winners per capita than any place in the nation. I was born in this county.
It's so good. Oh, poor Lindsey. He's a victim. He is a victim. This is a hate crime. All these people hate criming.
15 miles down the road. This is a place where people pay the taxes, fight the wars.
Oh, it's just so refreshing to see some of the old, politicians that could just get away with saying absolute nonsense and lip service are finally getting called out for stuff. It's just beautiful to see. Just booing him.
Taxes, fight the wars, and tell you what they believe.
Lindsey Graham, you suck.
Overruled.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't y'all love when I talk like this? I only come out every once in a blue moon and start speaking like this. Don't you love this? Don't you support me? Graham. Oh, Lindsey. And then Lindsey walks out and is like, we need to support democracy in Ukraine. Lindsey, I'm so sad that you have to experience that. It's not a good thing. Support all Republicans no matter what, unless your name is, I don't know, Chris Christie. Chris Christie says, wouldn't vote for Donald Trump because GOP nominee. Oh, no. Donald Trump is devastated not having Chris Christie's backing. Oh. Hey, y'all. Quit taking pictures of me falling asleep in airplanes. Ain't right. It ain't right, dog. Not with the camel toes of all camel toes. Why do people care what Chris Christie thinks? I don't. It's like he has dirt on somebody. He has dirt on the Murdochs or something. Why does he even get airtime anywhere? I don't get it. And he is always like the token conservative on like CNN. Just like, let's get Chris Christie for the Republican idiotic thought of the day. Chris, take it away, buddy. Donald Trump is a big problem, and I pray every day he doesn't get in office. Quit taking pictures of me at the beach. I don't know where that accent came from. No Chris Christie camel toe. Do we need it? Do we need a Chris Christie camel toe? Chris Christie. I think every story about Chris Christie, we must all be in honor of the Chris Christie baseball uniform. That is all baseball uniforms. Oh. Guys, there goes Shayla. Read and weep. Chris Christie is not supporting Donald Trump. Oh my God. Who cares? Chris Christie is finally making a stand. How funny Trump said, Lindsey, snake. Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't see the whole speech. We can't have a story about Chris Christie without Chris Christie. You know what I mean? Really sad news coming out of the military. Derek alert. Even veterans are steering their families from America's new woke military. It's just sad to see. Because the minute you get in there, you get given your pronouns, you get given your new name owned by the U.S. military, and it's a gender-neutral name, which is good. It keeps everyone together. We're going to put our bathrooms together. We're going to put our stalls together. You're going to get dressed together. You're going to be one beautiful brave unit. Nearly 80% of new recruits have at least one family member with a service record, but these family members are increasingly questioning whether the potential cost of military service. This is me. All my family members who went in the military are like, do not join. Do not join. It's not the same. I stand corrected. Snake bone. Would that be Moose Knuckle? Yes, it would be. Can we vote on blocking Camel Toe Chris? No. How dare you? How freaking dare you guys? Why would people be against this? I mean, this is the new army. It's wonderful to see. I don't want fighters. I want lovers in the army. You know what I mean? Make us, because I don't know what's scarier, a bunch of skinny dudes twerking, or people with like face paint and camouflage, and they're shooting rifles and stuff. We need more people in the military twerking because it'll make us a stronger unit. You got to back it up in the military, you know what I mean? You can't just put it forward. It's wonderful to see. I mean, this guy right here on the right here, this guy right here with this kind of arch right here, that is lieutenant material. I mean, that's good stuff. And look at my man over here. He's one of the old recruits. He's the bigot. He's the one we're trying to get rid of. He's got an American flag. Disgusting. His nipples are showing. You don't want to see it. You need more of this. Beautiful. I already have a pretty strong unit. This is not a democracy. No, it's definitely not. It's a twerkocracy. The Navy's always been like that. You know what, Wilson? None of that. None of that foul language. And also this guy right here. Right here with the sunglasses. Where's his right arm? Where is his right arm, son? I'm just like happy to see that. I mean, some of the pictures I see from my grandfather's time in the military, I'm like, the military looks so much better now. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I support twerkocracy. Thank you. Support the twerkocracy. And then it'll be like, we need to reimagine some of those World War II movies where people are rushing the beaches of Normandy. We need to have like some really good music, like really, really good music, like Pink or something. And like people storming the beaches and then twerking on the beaches. We need twerk-offs, like the German soldiers are so twerk-off, and they're like, don't bring the Americans, they have huge asses. We don't want that. We are surrendering already. Yeah. Yeah, we are. But at least we're twerking our way to victory. What's up, Maggie? All right. Also, breaking news. Huge news coming out of science. Because, you know, nobody's had a better few years than science. White House cautiously opens the door to studying blocking sun rays to slow global warming. There's nobody I trust more with my health and my well-being than our government. And blocking out the sun, I can't think of a better thing. As a ginger, this really, I feel like they're finally hearing my pleas and my cries in my sleep. I'm tired of the sunscreen. Let's block out the rays, you know, and let's only put the sun out in areas where they deserve to have sun, like, you know, vegan farms or basically all Bill Gates farms will have the sun, and it's just Snowpiercer vibes. Yeah, 100%. And I love that. Finally, they're taking movies and they're showing us how smart they are by like, oh, that's a good movie. Let's implement what they did in that movie. You know, even if it kills millions of people and starves people out and farms go down, we're finally making progress. We're getting rid of global emissions, and that's what matters the most. And we got to slow down global warming. I didn't even know global warming was still a phrase we were supposed to use. So it's good to see that that's coming back, and I can finally think rightly, because I've been saying climate change. I've been saying like Greta Thunberg change. Like I've been saying all these dumb sayings, and now I can finally think rightly. And so, oh, happy Pride Month, America. Hey, thank you so much, Key. Yeah, you're right. It is Pride Month every day here at the Derek O'Shea Show. We don't get enough of it. Didn't Mr. Burns do this? Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing to see. The White House offered measured support for the idea of studying how to block the sunlight from hitting the Earth's surface as a way to limit global warming. It's wonderful to see, there's more and more programs about, changing weather patterns and stuff like that. And I think anytime a human gets involved in what's natural in Earth, like, diseases and stuff like that, every time statistically it has made it better. I mean, look at COVID. Thank God that came out. We have one more notch on our belt and where it came from, we have no idea. We don't know, and we'll never know. And it's good to see. They're really trying to kill us. This is great. Yeah. Well, why not? Why wouldn't they? They're rich beyond their beliefs, and we're all too stupid, and we're all fighting against each other. So might as well get rid of a few idiots in the process. The White House offered measured support for the idea, blah, blah, blah. The controversial concept known as solar radiation modified is a potentially effective response at fighting climate change, but one that could have unknown side effects. That's what I love. Stemming from altering the chemical makeup of the atmosphere. Totally fine. No, rich people diving in deep in the ocean, going into space, and now we have them potentially chemically altering our atmosphere. We're growing. Things are better than ever. Joe Biden's in charge, whom I trust with my life. I mean, the guy is all there. I don't care what all these right-wing extremists say. Oh, God, we're going to die. We're going to freaking all die. Jesus, take the whale. I like this. Potentially changing the chemical makeup of our atmosphere. That's the best part in the article. A small side effect would be potentially forcing everyone to wear oxygen face masks the rest of their life because our ozone layer and our oxygen are completely out. But thank God we're slowing down climate change. It's gone up a whole half degree in 45 years. I swear to God, if it goes up another half degree, we're all going to die, and it'll be the end of our lives. Who will clean their toilets? Exactly. I don't know. Ask The View. The View will tell you. That's why we need... that's what they think of people crossing the border. They're like, who's going to do my yard work? I'm like, wow, what is that like? Having someone do your work for you. They have 1,000-year bunkers, and we're not invited. Oh, that's funny you say that because I was just invited to a bunker, but I'm not allowed to report on what it's about. The thing is, we're all dead, and money won't matter. These fools, the joke is on them. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you don't accept that you're gonna die from government handlings of things, you're not paying attention. Each one of us in this chat is going to die of some governmental program eventually in our life. It's just a matter of time. We're all gonna be a part of some you're gonna be in your state and your governor is gonna sign off on something and you're not even gonna know what it is. And you're just going to die. And there's going to be stories about you in the future of like how, this company altered the atmosphere in this area of the world just to see if it would slow down global climate change. And that's what matters most. Well, we got to slow it down even if everyone dies. Because then finally climate change will change. Jesus needs to get out of the driver's seat. We need to drive our own vehicles. Relying on someone else to guide this ship is what has gotten us to the place we are today. AI robots. Oh, good. Yeah. I think, AI is going to be great, man. We're all just going to be sitting around. None of us are going to be working at all. We're all just going to get our government checks in the mail. It's going to be awesome to see. Guys, exciting news. Huge news coming out of China. There goes Shay Alert. Chinese scientists create edible food packaging to replace plastic. These morons will destroy the earth. Yeah, thank God. Thank God, Key. We're not meant to live. Happy Straight Guy July, Derek. Thank you, John. Straight Guys Unite. Chinese scientists create edible food packaging to replace plastic. There's no country that I trust more with what goes in my body than China. I just trust them. Like after especially the last like 4 years, I think we should all be trusting anything coming out of this area. We need more pangolin in our life. They're rich in fiber, rich in protein. It's, better than ever. So you're going to be able to eat your ramen, which is already really good for you, high in salt, not low in protein, high in carbs. These are good things for you. And then you could just eat the plastic when you get done. Soy proteins into the structure. So it's even better, We're finally getting rid of animals. Chinese University Hong Kong scientists successfully created edible food packaging. Edible. Yeah, it's edible, but is it good for you? It's the freaking question. They're turning frogs gay, and the frogs, I mean humans. Yeah. The world is drowning in plastic, but no one can hardly buy anything supermarket without encountering wrapping and other packaging made in the oil-based polluter. Look. Your ramen is now going to cost $500, but you're going to be able to eat the packaging afterwards. That's awesome. This is what progress is. You're not going to be able to afford food, but the food that you will be able to afford it, you can eat the packaging. And that is awesome. Finally, I can have my single serving of ramen per week and fill it with corn and soy and all the good things to finally look like the sex symbol that is Bill Gates. And I can eat the packaging as we go. The stickers on apples are edible. See, now that's propaganda I'm here for. Wait, are they really edible on apples? I did not know that. I always threw them away. That makes sense. Food will be sawdust, soy, and worms. Yes, and we're going to be better for it. We're going to be bigger. We're going to be stronger. We're going to be weaker. We're going to be playing more video games. We're not going to be moving much because all our food intake will be so low on like actual nutrients. But we're going to feel better for it, and global warming is going to go down. That's all that matters. We're all going to die. Again, just a reminder that we're all going to die someday, and that's all that matters. All right, let's keep it rolling. Ricochet alert. Michigan residents could be fined and imprisoned for using wrong pronouns under Democrats' new bill, which will probably get struck down, but it doesn't matter. It's wonderful to see this is what the Democrats care about. I want the Democrats worried about my speech and hate speech, and I need them policing me. Possibly subject. Could you imagine, what's up, Josh? Talking, just on a podcast or something and having a warrant out for your arrest, and you won't be able to enter Michigan. Oh, sorry, I can't go into Michigan because I made this one joke this one time and called this she a he, and I can't. If I go there, I'll be fined and put in prison. Finally, some real problems to be solved. Thank you, Wilson. Exactly. Cellulose is sawdust and a lot of food we already are eating, and that's wonderful to see. We need more sawdust in our life. It makes us more earthy. Use the pronouns corresponding to the purported victim's biological sex. Have criticism of gender ideology. As it is written, the risk of disfavored opinions will become criminal under the legislation is too severe. It's too damn high. Warned Representative Andrew Fink of Republican white supremacist. Clearly, the legislation which would amend an ethnic intimidation act states that a person is guilty of a hate crime if that person maliciously and intentionally intimidates another individual based on wholly or in part of the person's gender identity or blah, 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 a fine of $5,000. And if so, the so-called victim is perceived intimidation is under the age of 18. The offender is at least 19 years old. Will then a prison sentence can be extended to 5 years, and the fine will be doubled. Oh, just wonderful. It's so wonderful to finally have this guy push for that. What? He's perfect. He looks like a typical white liberal that went to a private school that is more highly educated than you'll ever be. Ethnic Intimidation Act? Yeah, that's important to Michiganders. yeah, 100% key. 100%. It is so dumb. I just we did it. Both my hate crime bills passed in the House. I know this will probably, get struck down and won't ever pass, but it's the fact that this is what they're pushing for should freak you out, especially if you live in Michigan, because the law is so subjective that it doesn't matter. You'll go to jail at some point. Joanne Wisely, Dana Wisely, Nessel, most of the people of the greater West Bloom. I promised I would get this done, and today we're making one giant step towards democracy. It's good to see what they, when Democrats constantly scream about democracy, it's just good to see that they are about the things that are important. Like putting you in prison for misgendering someone under the age of 18. How dare you look at that 18, that 17, that 13-year-old and say, you're a dude. And then they're like, oh yeah, you're going to prison for 5 to 10 years and a $10,000 fine. I'm from Michigan. Guys, the world is better than ever. We're experiencing new things. Does this go both ways? If they call me cis, I can get them arrested? No. Queen, you are cis. They can call you whatever they want. But you can't do the same. They're the ones in power. You're the ones not in power, and you have to face them and kneel before your maker. You have to let them know that you can't let them know anything. You just have to submit. You can't think for yourself. You can't think differently. You have to just be. The government will be putting us into the camp soon. Yeah, it'll be for our good. Finally we'll be into re-education camps. Finally we can just relearn how to think properly, and then we can come out thinking rightly. And if we don't, we'll probably just stay there. Like somebody like me might just have a permanent home because I cannot take life seriously enough that I'm going to submit to any will of some blue-haired freak at a education camp screaming at me, Derek, say my pronouns. Say my name. Don't use my dead name. Derek O'Shea alert. It's the final news story of the day. This is from New York Times. Why buy anything you could borrow, especially if you're renting? The sharing economy has come to be part of the sharing economy has come to apartment buildings, and landlords have discovered a new way to attract tenants. Exactly. You will own nothing and you will be happy. And the New York Times thinks it's, Derek O'Shea alert, a great idea. It's wonderful to see. You don't need anything. You'll be in your 15-minute communities, and you'll get used to it. You'll love every second of it, and it'll just be beautiful to see. Guys, I'm going to end with this final video of the day. Just a quick video from two of my favorite commentators on the web doing their thing. It's good to see. Let's watch this together and pray for each other as we all go down in flames. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. The government is your friend. The government is here and you're dead. Guys, don't kill yourself with fireworks this 4th of July. Be friends with everyone. Share your hot dogs if you got them. Share your anything other than Bud Light or anything from that company. Share away. Tell your friends and family about the Derek O'Shea Show. Yes, you will all be sharing crap. Yes, I like camping. Me too. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful 4th of July. I will see you again real soon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your life. Love every single one of you guys. Can't do the show without you. As always, it's not a following, it's a freaking dash-gom community. Have a great day. I'm going back to work. Love every single one of you guys. Have a wonderful freaking day. Peace. Oh, make sure you join the Discord. Join the Discord. Tell your friends and family about the Discord. Great way to talk to each other. Have a wonderful freaking day. Love every single one of you guys. Be safe. Oh, I'm gonna be dangerous, girl. All right, bye-bye. Real dangerous. Real dangerous.